Welcome back to my channel, Zaza's Creations. No, but for real though, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna show you how I made this awesome, cute, and cool Vanellope Von Schweetz racing car. This car comes from the movie Wreck-It Ralph. I made this float for my daughter's school's annual Mardi Gras parade. The theme for the parade was Candyland, so this car worked out really well. So I wanted to be cost effective while doing this car, so I used a bunch of things that I found around my house, namely cardboard. This project is, I used a whole lot of cardboard. Cardboard for the body, cardboard for the fin of the car, and then I bought a few other little things to kind of just to kind of help it out. So here you see me duct taping my box. You're gonna need a whole lot of duct tape, baby. Duct tape make the dream work. So I just basically had to cut this cardboard box down because it wasn't the right size. Maybe you can find one that is already the size that you need, but I needed it to fit this plyboard on the floor, which I used as a base for my project. I also added wheels to the plyboard just to make it movable, because we really didn't have a wagon, and I wasn't about to buy a wagon for this, so I used what I had. Now this, I just added a little lip to the front, and that's basically like an inside flap of a cardboard box. And here it is. I kind of had to etch out the sides of the box and cut the top and press it down and then tape it back together because I wanted a certain shape for this race car. So for the eyes of the car, I used an empty duct tape roll, the cardboard part of it, and I just taped it on there. And I also used a plastic bowl that I found at the Dollar Tree. And as you can see, I got a cardboard box at the top of there, and that's wrapping paper wrapped in colored duct tape. These are the bowls that I found at the dollar store. Really simple, really easy. And it was just $1.99 to get you through. For the rims and the tires, I used empty cable reels, which I just basically cut in half and then jammed the tubes on the side of the cardboard box. Just basically cut big holes and then jam them inside. So I was sitting up there thinking hard on this little windshield. It's just a plastic bowl that I found at the Dollar Tree, and I duct taped it and I hot glued it to fit the car, as you can see. So to cover up all of this duct tape and make it look cohesive, I basically used paper mache. I was going to record this part, but man, time got away. My kids were helping me to do this and it was getting messy. So I didn't really have time to show y'all that, but I did insert a few little articles up here to show you the steps of paper mache, which is basically using flour and water and newspaper or paper, and you basically just dip it and then wrap. So here's the car with the paper mache on, and it's also painted in white. Pretty good, right? Pretty good. And I also paper mache the wheels so that I can paint on them. This is the top portion of the car, which is kind of like icing, and to make that lumpy icing, I used this stuff. I found this at the Dollar General. Be careful with this because it expands a lot. So for the pipes of the car, I basically just bought 3 rolls of wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree, and I cut holes on the side and just shoved them all the way through and kind of angled them up so that they can kind of hang up. And I also kind of used some hot glue just to stabilize it a little bit better. So I did use a lot of acrylic paint, but I didn't have to paint the stars because I found some styrofoam stars in the right colors at the dollar store. So I wanted to give you an inside look at these wheels. Once again, this is just cable reels cut in half, and then I took these pipe insulation and I basically duct taped them to the cable reels, and then I painted them. I spray painted them. Yeah, that's pretty much as easy as it gets. Just a little duct tape and spray paint, and it got me through. So I'm going to give you a closer look at the car and just kind of give you a recap, because I wanted to make this video thoroughly, but I really didn't have time to record each and every little thing because it was so much going on with this car, and I had little helpers doing this. So, you know, it gets messy. If you look away from kids, you will end up with a whole mess. So ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm basically showing you the Tough Stuff foam. You know, be careful because it does get messy, and it's not the easiest thing to paint, let me just admit that, but it can be done. As you can see, this is paper mache on top of the cable rails to make it easier to paint. And I used, of course, some wrapping paper. That was wrapping paper I had from Christmas Child. And then those I ended up buying, which is just wrapping paper stuck in the sides. I wanted to give you an inside look at the wheel, but that wheel wasn't budging, baby. So, you know, maybe next time. But this car was really fun to do, and it came out really, really, really nice. And the kids really enjoyed doing that. Styrofoam stars from the dollar store from $1, you know. And then my little plastic bowl from the dollar store. And for the seat was easy. I just used a flap of cardboard that came out of a box. I covered it in a t-shirt and then covered it in some brown material that I had hanging around the house. Used a little bit of hot glue for that and then stuck it in there. Bam, bam, boom. It's done. You got a seat, baby. And I'm going to show you that's my little bowl from the dollar store and my empty duct tape roll, which was convenient, and you know, it came with the duct tape, so you know, why complain? I didn't have to buy it. This is the bottom. This is the plywood that I used, and I added wheels to it, you know, for the cheap. And I added a little pull string with some parachute cord for her to pull. Yeah, and that's basically it. This project was very cheap and fun to do. So, and it also gave me an opportunity to bond with my child over some artwork. So here she is at her parade. She was super excited and super proud of her project. I hope this helps someone, any other parents or DIYers out there. So, you know, hopefully this helps. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to look out for more great videos from Zaza's Creations.